long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast. And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
The shot by George, wide open. Oh, good with the triple. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And the home team has possession. Pass to Walsh. Right side, George. Mobley, wide open. Off target from three-point range.
Still trying to find their rhythm offensively. Just 1 for 4. Oh, man! And rolling back the clock. Nice work by Paul George.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Barnes outside. Thompson left side. Launches it. Mobley with the rebound. The three from George. The shot will not fall.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And, Tim, this is year 2 of that 4-year, $211 million contract for Paul George.
And when he's been healthy, Kevin, he has shown himself to be one of the best swingmen in the game. But now he's in his mid-30s, and this can be the point where players often start to wear down.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Long Beach will have another go. Thompson inside the line. That ball. Nice feed that time from Turner.
This is the thing about Miles Turner. He's made himself into a complete player who can make plays for others.
And George, here we go. It's stolen by Harris. Thompson with it. Bailey picks him up. And here's Harris from the arc. George looking around. And it's sent back by Turner.
No, sir. Try someone else. Turner is an elite rim protector.
On the wing, Thompson. You talk about a player who can absolutely light it up. He averages over 31 points a game. And they get it back. On the wing, Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Turner. And stolen by Mobley. And here we go. Fast break. Mobley's got it. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over for Long Beach. Outside, George. Back to Mobley. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. Outside for George. To the paint. And Mobley throws it down.
Making it look easy. Mobley using that size at the rim.
Pass to Joe. Over Bailey. And again the miss by Long Beach.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Over in the corner, Dosunmu. 5 to shoot. Long Beach needs to get off a shot here. Joe with it. He's picked up by Mobley. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Now, here is George. He's got 5.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Thompson. No one near Turner as he lets it go.
Assisted.
That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
And George, here we go. Banked in off the glass. George has got 7 points.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
Thompson with the bucket. And here's George. And there's a call on Tobias Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
He better be careful now. That's 2 on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his 3rd before the half ends.
Floats one. Long Beach with the rebound. Thompson, left side. It's rebounded by Walsh. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
Perfect start for Paul George. Just absolutely filling up the stat sheet and carrying the load offensively.
Here's Thompson. And he drives in. Pass to DiVincenzo. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Back to George. Screen by James. Inside. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Thompson. Takes it inside. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. Pass to Barnes. Now Thompson. Out to Turner. Back to Thompson. Right side Turner. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
In for Long Beach, number 33, Nick Claxton.
Here's George. 12 points for him. From outside the arc. Long Beach with the rebound. Here's Thompson. Driving the lane. And that one drops. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Paul George with the steal. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to George.
And Paul George that time staying aggressive, and he's able to pick up that whistle.
Long Beach foul.
When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're hitting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Dosunmu with it. Still without a basket. And George gets the whistle that time.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. Outside Williams. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Pass to Joe. Here's the 3. Mobley with the rebound. Out to the right wing. Back to George. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
It's Joe on the wing. Picked off in midair. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. 4th team foul.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. Takes a 3. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Well, if you create shots for him, Paul George is going to knock him down all night long.
Here's Joe. And again, the miss by Long Beach. Lets the 3 fly. Long Beach with the rebound.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Mobley with the block.
That's the defensive player of the year there. Mobley with the denial, making sure the ball didn't get to the rim.
And Joe drops them both.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
20 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Christie. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
And so we conclude the first half, leading by 10. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And the home team has possession. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Christie has the open look. And it's off from 3-point range. Harris with it. Bailey picks him up. It's Thompson off the drive. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
No shot there. He was left wide open and now adds 3 points from distance.
Long Beach making a switch here. Pass to Bailey. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Long Beach trails by 7. Thompson outside. And here is Harris. Long Beach moving that ball around. Back to Thompson. Drives to the hoop. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Christie. Stolen by Thompson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
To the inside.
And his active hands right there prevented that entry pass.
And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
In for Long Beach, number 45.
Now George. 19 points in the game. Stolen by Thompson. Goes up. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson. A freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Outside, George. Here's Christie. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Thompson. Misses the layup. Here's Walsh. The shot's good on the assist by George. Walsh has got 8 points.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Here's Thompson. Clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 8 points for him. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got the lead up to 2 now for Long Beach.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And he commits the intentional foul. Pass to George. Back to Mobley. Ball's knocked loose.
And really a lack of attention on their part. 4 points off of those turnovers that have gone the other way.
On the wing, Thompson. Missed it for the 8th time in 15 tries from the floor. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Both teams changing it up here. And here's George. 20 points for him. Down low. Mobley. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And when you talk about Evan Mobley, you start with his defense. One of the best in the NBA at using that frame, reading the game, and making an impact on that end.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. To the paint. to DiVincenzo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
Barnes outside. He takes it in. And the dunk by Barnes. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And George, here we go. Can't hit from in close. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Long Beach. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Turner with the screen. Fires the 3. And James pulls it down. Turner with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
George, no good. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
Here's Thompson. Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he has been the driving force for Long Beach. He got to double digits for the
41.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Long Beach leading by 3. There's the drive. Mobley with the block.
Mobley is one of the best defenders in the NBA. When he's not blocking shots, he's altering them.
Back to Thompson. Over in the corner, Turner. Barnes outside. Back to Turner. Shoots over Mobley. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
That is a missed opportunity. He'd love to have that one back. After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. And he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Thompson surveying the floor. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And again, the miss by Long Beach. The 3 from George. It's George on the wing. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. To the middle. Here's Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 24 points.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Pass to Bailey. It's good from long range.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Long Beach trails by 3. Barnes outside. On the wing, Thompson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Thompson's got 12 points in just the second half.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
That shot, no good. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Thompson. Now Barnes with the drive. And he jams it in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Outside George. Just 5 to shoot. Christie fires. No good from 3.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him that he's up off the threes.
Barnes the screen. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
1:21 left to play in the final quarter. And stolen by DiVincenzo.
Great anticipation defensively. He saw the ball coming before it even left the passer's hands.
Are you kidding me? I mean, how could this get any better? That's just a brilliant play defensively at an opportunistic time.
Now George. Max Christie. Off target from outside. One-on-one fast break. Here's Thompson. Barnes outside. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Long Beach making a switch here. Thompson. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. Good on both.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
George with the ball. Bailey fires. Knocks down the 3.
Bottom bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of...